A few days ago, Vladimir Tarasenko scored with 3 seconds left on the clock to give the Sens a dramatic victory over the San Jose Sharks. Yes, it was against the last place team in the league. They blew multiple leads in that game, and it took them till the final seconds to get it done. But with all the turmoil and headaches that the Sens and their fans have been facing this season, it was really nice to just see them get to celebrate a win and enjoy that, even if it just was for one night. Then you look at their next game against a Colorado team who's probably really upset about that loss the night before in Montreal. You've got a Sens team not exactly good at keeping the puck out of their net this season, facing a red-hot Nathan MacKinnon having the best year of his career. Plus, you throw in Makar and Rantanen, who are feeling it right now, and Matt Sogard is in the net for Ottawa. He hasn't played since last season. I think a lot of fans saw this one on the schedule and were thinking, uh-oh, this could be ugly for Ottawa. But then Drake Batherson rips one home on the power play about halfway through the first period, and you're thinking, there you go, guys. There's a few duos in the league that when you're playing against them, you just never feel like a lead is safe. You know them, McDavid and Draisaitl, Marchand and Pasternak, Matthews and Marner, John Scott in the All-Star game, and of course, McKinnon and Rantanen. The Batherson goal is still being announced to the crowd. It wasn't even 30 seconds ago. McKinnon gives it to a flying Makar, he cuts in, gives it to Rantanen, bang, it's tied at 1 before you can even blink. Here's the thing though, Justus Annunen, the Avs goalie, was making just his 4th start ever in the NHL, so if you're the Sens, you're thinking, maybe we can take advantage of that. And they absolutely did. They scored 3 goals on him in just the second period, and all of a sudden it's 4-2 Ottawa. What smooth wheels by Jake Sanderson on the 4th goal, by the way. That's why he's going to be a big part of the solution in Ottawa going forward. But then, as has been happening all year for the Sens on and off the ice, they blew it. And you could feel it coming long before it happened. McKinnon tries to pass it over to Rantanen, Joseph tries to cut off the pass and actually does a good job. It's just unfortunate that by trying to intercept the pass, he actually made it easier for Rantanen to receive it. He snipes it top shelf where Mama keeps Danny Heatley's visor. And at this point, even though the Sens were still leading, you could feel the tension, like the uh-oh. It feels like this lead is the furthest thing from being safe. Then, not even 5 minutes into the third period, Miles Wood is able to just easily walk around Vladimir Tarasenko and Travis Hamonic. And bang, we're tied. Look, I understand the Sens playoff hopes have been pretty much dead in the water for weeks now, and a lot of Sens fans are already thinking about the possibility of Macklin Celebrini. What's the hashtag this year? Slacking for Macklin? I think last year it was lose hard for Bedard, lose for Hughes, fall in for Dahlin, even though it's pronounced Dahlin. I get that. A lot of Sens fans are already doing the draft lottery simulator. But I don't care where you are in the standings. Blown leads like that are extremely frustrating. Yes, Colorado's a better team than Ottawa, but they also played like they just wanted it more than the Sens, especially in the third period there. And I don't care if you're tanking or not. Fans are not going to be happy seeing their team do that on the ice. When you're protecting a 1-goal lead, you can't just let a guy dipsy doodle around 2 of your players and have a free lane to the net. And on the game winner, yes, Colorado's on the power play, but it's a tie game in the third period and you've already allowed 4 goals. You can't allow that much daylight on a shot from the point in that situation. Look, I've seen it in the last few Sens videos we've made on the channel, more than a few people saying the Sens weren't expecting to make the playoffs this year and this was supposed to be another rebuilding year for them. Look, when you go and sign Vladimir Tarasenko, Jonas Korpisalo, you've recently brought in Claude Giroux and Jacob Chychrun, you have playoff aspirations, make no mistake about it. So for it to go completely sideways like this, I really feel for that fan base, man. Brady Tkachuk just watched his brother dominate the Stanley Cup playoffs and go all the way to the final. That guy is tailor-made for playoff hockey. He would dominate them. He would be a beast in that setting. But he's halfway through his 6th season in the NHL and he still hasn't played a second of playoff hockey. That's such a shame, not just for him, but for hockey fans. They lost Josh Norris, one of their most important players for almost all of last season. He's finally ready to play this year, which is super important for his development, and he again gets sidelined with 2 injuries. Yes, Shane Pinto's suspension is almost over, but he still doesn't have a contract yet. He's an RFA, so he'll probably get one soon here, but still, for a young player like that, missing 41 games, definitely not good for his development. And finally, the cherry on top, because of how the Dadonov trade was handled, the Sens have to give up a first-round pick in one of the next 3 drafts. That is huge. I mean, Michael Landauer, the owner, insinuated that Pierre Dorian got fired as GM because of that. The hockey gods have been straight up cruel to the Ottawa Senators this past year, and many would argue even before that. Since the 2017 playoffs, probably. I mean, they haven't helped themselves much, but still, it's been brutal in Ottawa this year, and I'm hoping the hockey gods give them a break. I think they deserve it. Am I the only one that thinks that after all this disappointment and turmoil in Ottawa that, hey, Celebrini would look pretty good in a Sens jersey? I don't like tanking because I feel like you promoting a losing culture and you might not even get the player you want anyways, and then you're stuck in a culture rut with guys who just don't know how to win. But I think the Sens just deserve a break. And I feel like after everything they've gone through the past few years, especially this year, seeing Celebrini on a line with Tkachuk or with Stützle could do that franchise some real good. Let me know your thoughts in the comments as usual. What should the Sens do here? Hey, like what are the moves they need to make in order of priority? Let me know in the comments. Like this video, especially if you want to see more Sens content. Let me know by liking the video. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. See ya.